It is the Nintendo News Minute from Nintendo Powercast, and I'm your host, N64 Josh. On today's news for April 20th, 2023, we are going to jump into, of course, the Nintendo download, the a sale on the eShop. THQ Nordic's got something in the works, and some of the NPD sales for Japan, and Mega Man currently at the top. Very interesting indeed. Let's jump into this thing, shall we? So, the Nintendo download for April 20th. First up, we got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp dropping the 21st for $59.99. Of course, we talked about the reviews of that yesterday, and I'm curious, how many of you plan on picking it up? Let me know in the comments below. On the 25th, we are getting After Image. After Image is a hand-drawn 2D action adventure that emphasizes fast-paced combat with diversified character builds, non-linear levels, and a gripping storyline set in the ruins of a fantasy world. So there you go. 10 Hearts is coming today. This is behind a very brilliant invention, hides an incredible story. From members of the team that brought you Fable comes 10 Hearts, an immersive puzzle adventure game wrapped in a powerful tale of love and compromise. Guide a troop of mischievous tin soldiers through a magical toy-filled world using a variety of whimsical and inventive contraptions to bounce, shoot, and glide them to their goal. March through 40 plus levels of time bending, soldier routing riddles. Forge new paths for your toys to follow and solve increasingly elaborate puzzles to unravel the emotional, thought provoking story of Albert J. Butterworth, a genius inventor of Victorian times. 10 Hearts will be available today. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, also launching today, $39.99. The latest installment of the family-friendly horror games. You'll play as Gregory, a young boy trapped overnight in Freddy Fazbear's mega pizzaplex. With the help of Freddy Fazbear himself, Gregory must survive a near unstoppable hunt of reimagined Five Nights at Freddy's characters, as well as new horrific threats. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is available later today, which we did see in the Indie World Showcase yesterday. Shadows Over Loathing, set in the 1920s within the West of Loathing universe. Shadows Over Loathing is a slapstick RPG full of silliness and stick figures. Venture through a sprawling black and white world filled with talking frogs, sentient math, and eldritch horrors. There are also a ton of roles to play, from marching to the beat of your own nefarious schemes as a jazz agent holding the curds of the Cosmo in your hands as a cheese wizard. I'm sorry, two holding the curds of the Cosmo in your hands as a cheese wizard. The digital version of Shadows of Loathing launches on Nintendo Switch later today. Pre-orders of the physical edition of the game will be available at many retailers soon and will ship in the fall. And the other one is Teslagrad 2, which this one launched yesterday. Same as Shadows of Loathing, forgive me. And Five Nights, yesterday being the 19th. Teslagrad 2 and Teslagrad Remastered are both available. And it says, harness your electromagnetic powers to solve physics-based puzzles and move seamlessly through the Scandinavian-inspired environments. Yet, this land holds many dangers as fearsome beasts stand in your way. Master the art of Teslamancy and defeat them to discover additional areas to explore. Plus, play a remastered version of the first Teslagrad game with enhanced visuals and 10 extra challenge levels in Teslagrad Power Pack Edition, featuring both games when it bolts on the Nintendo Switch later today, which was yesterday. You can also purchase Teslagrad 2 and Teslagrad Remastered separately as well. So Switch eShop new releases. We got Arcade Archives Resin. Is a shooter released by Illumina in 1991, set on Earth during an extraterrestrial invasion. Players take control of SR-91 fighter ship equipped with a VAZ, variable armor and weapon system, and take on invaders. Pick up items, equip arms, a key feature that gives you the ability to attack behind you or block enemy shots when used well. Aliens Fireteam Elite, which is a game that was on Xbox Game Pass, might still be. It says, endure a dangerous universe and fight for survival together. Play with Up to 2 players or AI as you battle through 4 campaigns to explore mystery of new planet LV-895. Discover what hides in the ruins and caves beneath in this third-person survival shooter set in the Aliens universe. Build your fire team, focusing on class composition, consumables, and weapons to take down xenomorphs, beat challenge card runs, or play various game modes with friends. Blast through hordes of xenomorphs, evade deadly prowlers and spitters, and set up a defensive position to stay alive long enough to get your fire team to safety. Another Arcade Archives came out last week is Dig Dug 2. Dig Dug 2 is an action game released by Bandai Namco Entertainment in 1985. In this game, you must rid an island of familiar Puka and Figar. In addition to defeating monsters, by inflating them, you can now jackhammer fault lines around the island that can weaken the ground enough for it to collapse, taking enemies down into the water below. Defeat all monsters and advance to the next stage. Our Arcana of Paradise, the Tower, launches today, and it says choose from 20 children and choose from 20 children and perfect your deck as you battle against the tower's bizarre inhabitants in real time. Make split-second decisions in real-time card battles to survive the depths of the tower. Your card's effects will change depending on their orientation, so you need to pay close attention and flip them to suit your strategies in order to overcome the trials that await you. Time your guards, combos your attacks, charge up powerful magic, and collect legendary relics in this search for food as you guide the children in their search for paradise all the way to the bottom. Backgammon Pro. How many of you guys are stoked for this one? You've been waiting for Backgammon Pro for the Nintendo Switch. It is $7.99, utilizing AI, machine learning, and game record analysis. This is as authentic as Backgammon gets. It even supports online multiplayer. Brave Dungeon: The Meaning of Justice launched last week. Bugvasion TD, I'm not even sure, aims to mix the Micro Machines looks with the tower defense genre, bringing colorful levels and quirky enemies to your screen. However, this is not just a build your own towers and sit back kind of experience. You have to actively maintain your towers, use special abilities and attacks, and combine your tools to defend your home room by room from the alien possessed bugs. That sounds kind of fun, honestly. Cavity Busters is out today. Take control of Gummy the Soft, whose fall from the great gob was far and hard. Chomp your way through tough as teeth enemies and face the dreaded Pearly Knights, a true test of your metal, and that they're just trying to be funny here. Collect upgrades and diseases to enhance your ability and control over your one and only tooth. Brush and floss daily in Cavity Busters. Oh my goodness. There are plenty of other games that launched today as well. Again, the list is very, very long. We could continue going on for quite some time. Of course, check out the article on Nintendo Life if you want to see everything that's launched, and as well as just jumping onto the eShop, you can see them there as well. But we did hit on some of the ones worth noting. Now, moving on to the eShop's big sale on indie games right now for North America, and there are a lot of noteworthy titles. So if you've been waiting to jump in to some of these games, now might be the chance. And if you guys need eShop cards, you can go into the description of this video / podcast, and there is a link to my Amazon store, which has eShop cards available as well. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, 28% off. Dead Cells Medley of Pain bundle, 20% off, is at $31.99. I'm just going to kind of go through the games that are ones that I would suggest you do not miss. Hades is 50% off at $12.49. Slay the Spire, I know, is a game that is well loved. It is 60% off at $9.99. Spelunky 2 is 50% off at $9.99. Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is 50% off at $9.99. Hollow Knight 50% off at $7.99. Celeste 75% off at $4.99. I don't sleep on Celeste if you've never played it. Untitled Goose Game, 50% off at $9.99. Also great. Windjammers 2, 35% off at $12.99. Just kind of going through the list here, see if there's anything else that stands out to me. Azure Striker Gunvolt 3. If you were like a Metroidvania Mega Man fan, more so Mega Man, Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, 20% off at $23.99. I do suggest that one. It is a great great game. So there you go. Neon White, I think, is kind of well loved as well. That one is 20% off at $19.99. And there are others as well. There will be a link over at n64josh.com if you want to see links to all these articles that I'm referencing today. So jumping on over to nintendoeverything.com, THQ Nordic save the date for August 11th, 2023. THQ Nordic Showcase 2023 will air on August 11th. It has been announced the event will go live at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in the UK, and 9 p.m. in Europe. Handy Games will start off the pre-show and give fans a taste of their titles. The actual THQ Nordic Showcase will immediately follow, featuring a whole host of game announcements and project updates. The showcase will include world premiere announcements as well as news and reveals for previously announced games. Some of the titles teased include Trine 5, Alone in the Dark, Outcast 2, and they put Trine 5 again, but they put it at the beginning as well. So there's a little a little bit of a typo there. But here's what I'm hoping for. Okay, here's what I'm hoping for. From my understanding, THQ Nordic owns the Time Splitter series. Now, not only do I want a new Time Splitters, but I mean, to have Time Splitters 1, 2, and 3 as a bundle put out on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, yes, please. They are fantastic. They are, in my opinion, Time Splitters 2 is the true sequel to Perfect Dark. I feel like the team, the people that left Rare to go and create Time Splitters, they were the glue holding that team together and really gave us what I feel is the truest sequel to GoldenEye and Perfect Dark on the next generation of systems. Time Splitters 2 was one of my favorite GameCube titles, like no question. One of my favorite GameCube titles. So I would love to see it come back, potentially with online. Time Splitters 3 did have online. I actually ended up playing that one on Xbox so that I could play it online, because it was a bummer that it wasn't available. There was no online for GameCube. Worth noting too, if you have a copy of Time Splitters 3 on GameCube, that game is worth over $100. So hang on to that. The value is going to probably just keep going up. I was fortunate enough to have it. I picked it up like a couple years ago just on a whim and saw it recently in a retro game store and was kind of shocked at how expensive it was. So that's my hopes for this THQ Nordic direct, if you will, digital showcase. Hopefully we see something from Time Splitters, as well as just some other games that get us stoked for the future of THQ. Lastly, we're going to talk about the Japan NPD, and Mega Man debuts at number 1. We're looking at mynintendonews.com, and it's a close battle between the Switch and the PS5 this week as far as console sales in Japan. So software sales, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection from Capcom is sitting at number 1. Number 2, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Number 3, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Number 4, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What is that game doing over there? Come on now. Finally, the PlayStation game, but it's Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection again. On the Nintendo Switch, we have Minecraft at number 6, PS4, Resident Evil 4, then Splatoon 3, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Dokapon Kingdom Connect. Not familiar with what that game is, but there's only 2 titles that are not Nintendo in the top 10 for this week of this is from April 10th to April 16th. That's wild. That is crazy. Hardware sales, PlayStation 5 sold 39,799 units, and the Switch OLED did 33,351, with the normal Switch doing 8,681. And then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition did 7,241. The Switch Lite did 6,762. PlayStation 4, 1,356. Xbox Series S, 149. Xbox Series X, 147. Such low numbers. It's crazy. And then the new 2DS LL did 114 last week. So there you go. There's your MPD in your sales in Japan. Kind of a crazy week. Kind of a crazy week. Well, I thank you guys so much for listening. I do want to let you know that I'm starting a brand new series called Retro Connect. And it's really going to include you guys, the community. So there's going to be opportunity for you to share your memories with the games that I'm covering. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to start with three games. We're going to start with 3 games. There's going to be articles on n64josh.com, as well as opportunity for you guys to duet TikTok videos. And I will actually include your audio and video on the show. So if you want to share, your memories with some of these games, I just want to get the stories out there that we all have from some of these classic Nintendo titles. And because of things like the Super Mario Brothers movie, I don't know, it's kind of inspired me to just want to share more from you guys. So stay tuned for that. The first episode is going to drop later today. And again, n64josh.com to leave your stories in the comments, or again, you can duet a TikTok and share some of your favorite stories and memories with these games as we go through them week after week. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button. And if you're listening on the podcast player, I really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for everything, and we will see you later.